What you're seeing here is a WhatsApp customer service agent workflow that is able to handle all my customer service replies for my business right now. It is connected to my WhatsApp business number. It is trained already on my business. And today in this video, I'm going to go over with you the new workflows functionality inside Zernio that actually expands the capacity of what you can do with AI agents. You can make a booking agent. You can make a customer support agent directly into your social platforms. In this case, I'm going to go over WhatsApp, but this is capable of getting integrated into social platforms that allow inbox interactions through the API. Here are the list of all the platforms. And the best thing is that everything is unified in just one place. You can set up your workflow and have your AI agent running in just minutes, literally. No need for using external tools. That's why I'm excited to share what I have in this video. So stick till the end. All right, so this is how I'm gonna go over the video, okay? I'm really excited to make this video, and I wanna start by just saying that we have two sections. We're gonna start with section number one, that is, okay, we are gonna go over just giving you context on what you need to have before we start. That is basically a Zernio account, a WhatsApp number. You can either buy a WhatsApp number through Zernio. We already have dedicated videos on that you can check that I'm going to reference here. Also, you can connect your own WhatsApp number through Zernio. And there's also videos dedicated on that I will probably share here. Also, we need to connect an AI model directly through Zernio. So we have different options that I can go over with. I'm going to share that in a bit. And now the second section is how I build the workflow. I'm going to just display how the workflow works from start to finish, starting with the trigger, then adding the AI agent brain, sending the reply, waiting for the reply. We also have human handoff, and how can you activate this workflow 24/7, and going over the actual testing. So that's what I'm going to do. And finally, just giving you context that we're going to give away this customer service agent workflow for free as a template that is located inside this repo called Zernio Library Skills that we are going to leave in the description. This contains the Zernio Workflow Creator skill that allows you to create workflows connected to your coding agent. So you can have Claude Code create workflows directly from Zernio. That's a really cool feature that you can do. And also in here, we have templates, and inside templates, we have this WhatsApp customer service agent that you could implement right now. Now, the only way to implement your templates directly through Zernio, it will be through your coding agent. But probably there will be a functionality later that allows you to upload your own templates and create workflows from scratch. Very similar to what N8N used to feel like. But now you're not paying for a server and everything is unified in just one platform. That's what I really like about this. So with that being said, let's start. So as you can see here, I already have a Zernio account created. That's the first step. You can start for free. I will leave also the link in the description. The second piece that I wanted to cover is connecting your WhatsApp number or buying a WhatsApp number directly from Zernio. So like I said, we already dedicated videos on that. But what you can do is you can go into the phone number section. You can click on this button and you can either pick get a number, use a purchase number, or use my own number, bringing your existing phone number. This requires a verification process for the setup, and the get a number is super quick, super efficient. I really recommend this if you don't have a WhatsApp number yet for your business. Now, the reason we need this is because the agent gets triggered whenever someone else texts the number. That's basically the initial trigger, and we're making a WhatsApp agent. So this is done, and this is done. Now, the last thing is connecting your AI into Zernio. For this specifically, you need to go into the settings section and you will see AI providers. In here, you have different AI providers options like Anthropic, OpenAI, Google Gemini, Mistral, and Grok. So the one I recommend the most, honestly, is Anthropic. You can go with the cheap models for this customer support agent that I recommend using Sonnet or Haiku. Opus can get really expensive. What you need to do here is you just need to paste your API key. So what you need to do now is you need to go into your Claude console account, go into the API keys section, and create a new API key from scratch. or use a current one that you have. And also make sure you have some credit, okay? All right, so I just paste my API key. I'm gonna click save. And now I have my AI provider connected directly through Zernio. All right, so next step is very easy, creating the actual workflow. All right, so we're done with this. Now, step number 2, section number 2, build the actual workflow. What you need to do now is you need to head into inbox section, workflows, and you need to click new work. Here, it will ask you for a name, a subtitle for just a description for the workflow, and the most important one, your account. This is the account that the workflow will be running on, okay? So take that in consideration, and in this case, I'll be using WhatsApp. Now, I'm not gonna do this for the reason that I already have a workflow in place, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually show you directly how this workflow actually works very quick. So we start with an actual trigger. This is the trigger that receives any inbound message. And then the next step is adding a tag to that lead, okay? This can be any tag name that you might prefer. And then we have this condition that my agent who helped me build this workflow recommended me to use. That basically, it takes a look at the last message, and then it basically checks if the value matches. So the value of the inbound message matches any of this word: human, real person, speak to someone, a person, talk to, representative, customer service. Now, this might be a condition that you may not like, because you may want like a fully 24/7 AI handling your replies. But this is a condition that just takes in consideration that if the other person sending an inbound message wants to be talking with a human or a representative, this is going to go into this route that you can see here, and then it's going to trigger the handoff to human, okay? As you can see here. This is going to basically give you a notification inside the Zernio platform, so you can be on top of it. Now, if we are receiving a regular reply without the person asking for a human, we then now trigger the AI node. And by the way, all the nodes, you can find them here on the top left. You click on this box and it will show all of them. Okay, so this is the interesting piece that plays a big role in the entire workflow. That is the AI node. This node basically contains initially the selection of the actual provider that we want to use. In this case, it's Anthropic. And I'm going to be using Sonnet 4.6. It is the mid-tier model that we can use. Is not super expensive, is not the lowest performance model. So that's why I'm picking Sonnet 4.6, and I do recommend that too. Now, the system prompt. This is a unique system prompt that is part of the template that includes 6 sections. We have role. We're given the role to the AI agent. What do you do? What is your things that you do regularly to help me? What is your actual knowledge? Here's the place where you can paste your business information directly, like your hours, what do you offer, the pricing, policies, common questions, links, the style, how you want the AI agent to behave, what are the rules that the agent needs to follow, and when should the AI escalate to a human, okay? So this is a really good developed prompt that you can start using right now for the reason that you have access to this template directly, okay? Okay, so when the AI has an error, it's going to basically follow into the handoff to a human. Now, usually that's not very frequent for the reason that I don't really know when that will happen fully. Most of the AI models right now, they're not that tricky like they were a year ago. So this is just in case. Now, if we have a success processing, we're now going to set a variable called history. This is going to basically have these different brackets that stores the last message, the AI reply, and the previous history into one. This is going to give contextual memory to the agent for the reason that inside the user prompt, we're actually referencing the history placeholder here that basically contains the history, the previous history of all the replies and conversations the AI has had with that person. Very important node here. Finally, we have this node here that basically triggers the reply. Okay, you can do different message type. In this case, we're only selecting text, and as the placeholder is the actual AI reply. And now after the message gets sent, we now go into the wait for reply step. This is basically waiting if the user actually replies again. And we have a timeout of 1,440 minutes. So this is basically 24 hours, by the way. So if the user doesn't reply in 24 hours, is going to fall into the timeout and the workflow is going to end. If the user actually replies, it's going to follow the same exact process of AI taking the reply, processing the reply, sending the message. All right, people, like I said, I'm going to do the testing. So here's the workflow. I saved the actual changes. I activated the workflow, and the trigger account is this one here that I have. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to record on my phone the actual initial message that I'm sending. Hey, how are you? And as you can see here, a message got sent less than a minute ago. And the actual reply that I got is, hey, doing great. Thanks for asking how I can help you. Right now, the current prompt that is on the agent is currently just a template without any information about my business or anything like that. But what I can probably do is just put something very specific inside the prompt. In here, probably paste business information. We have open hours of service from 9 a.m. to 18 p.m. Enrique's favorite color is orange. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click Save Changes. And then I'm going to text my agent, hey, what's Enrique's favorite color? And also, what times are you guys open? And I just got a reply saying Enrique's favorite color is orange, and we are open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Is there anything else I can help you? Really nice response. And as you can see here, some of the data that we are receiving is the status, how many steps it took, duration, and everything here. A couple of core principles that I recommend you doing is prompting your agent very well, adding any sort of API call directly through the workflow automation that allows calendar connection or any other type of action outside of Zernio. That can be done with this node here, webhook. This works. You can use different methods. This is a regular HTTP request that we are very used to if you have played around with automation tools. And yeah, recommending adding a little bit more of that wait process so the AIs are not immediate and feel a bit more human, you know? Those are the 3 tips that I can bring to you right now. Thanks. All right, and last point I want to make, remember, inside the Zernio library skills, you can actually download the Zernio workflow creator skill and implement that into your code base. So your coding agent, Claude Code, Anti-Gravity, Codex can help you build workflows inside Zernio. All right, people, so that was all for this video. Hopefully this video was helpful and gave you an idea on how you can get started in creating your WhatsApp customer support agent or also your booking agent directly from here. Remember, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications so you keep yourself updated. And let us know if you have any questions in the comments. We're here to answer all of them. All right, everyone. So see you guys in the next one. Ciao, ciao.